Okay, hey everybody, and welcome to another Headway video. We are going to talk about LoopBuddy some more, and we're going to talk about the layout editor now. So we've already got LoopBuddy installed, and I'm just going to go down to Layout Editor here. And just like the query editor, the layout editor has a few different layouts kind of pre-populated for you when you install LoopBuddy. So let's look at single post since we looked at single query in the query editor. Basically, what you've got here is you've got title, you've got author, category, content, post link for your edit to edit the post link or to edit the post, and then you've got your tags. And this is really your drag and drop style editor. So it kind of really goes in line with Headway. It's just in the dashboard instead of in its own visual editor like Headway. So we're going to go ahead and create a layout here. So let's go back up here to Layouts list. And you can see we've got different layouts here. And I'm just going to create one called Homepage because we were working on the homepage previously, but we were limiting the types of content that we were displaying. So once we've created our group called Homepage, we can go here to edit the layout. And to edit the layout, just kind of by default, it's going to look pretty bland. It's just going to show the title, the content, and the edit post link. So what I want to kind of show you is how you can move some things around and change your layout very easily. And this is why I think it's more Headway like than what a lot of people think. So the first thing I want to do before I go into this is I want to open up the visual editor a second. So we'll open that up, and I'm going to change, go here to the options, and then I'm going to change our LoopBuddy layout to the homepage layout. So here you can see it's the homepage layout. I'm going to click Save. I'm going to view the site, and I just want to show you that it's still going to show you that content that we had based on that query, but the one thing that's different is it's not showing all sorts of content yet. So let's add some content here to really get this to kind of spark out to you. So the first thing that I want to add is I want to add in the date. Because you can see there's no date over here. So to do that, we just drag over the date and time, and we can kind of move this around anywhere we want. So I'm just going to kind of put it here. Check out the options. So you've got the date format is going to default to the WordPress format, or you can put in a PHP style here. If you want to do that, go here to the Strife time, and you can get the information that you need to put in here. The before item and after item, these are kind of like just like some text that goes before or after the date. So you could say posted on or written on or whatever you want it to say. And then if you've got any after text that you want to put in there, you could do that as well. And then for this whole date time wrapper, there's no wrapper right now, but you could put in like a div, or you could put in a paragraph or whatever. We're going to put in a div. You can add a custom class name to this div. So we could say super time or something like that, whatever class name we want to use it. And then we can save our settings. Now I'm just going to save our settings for the whole layout right now. I'm going to jump back over to our main site. I'm going to reload the visual editor, and you can see that the first thing posted is the date. So here it's using our WordPress date, and it says posted on. Now one thing that we can do is let's actually get in some more posts to display this. So I'm going to edit some posts here, and actually I just want to do a quick edit here. So we'll add punk. So if you haven't watched my the query editor video, what's actually getting pulled out here, and I'll reload that here so you can see right here, is it's looking for categories of the category of bands and the tag of punk. So any posts that have bands and punk are going to show up. Alright, so we've got some posts. We can reload. You can see we've got 3 posts here. Alright, so the next thing I want to show you is I'm going to highlight our posted on, like our date time thing, and right click on it and choose inspect element. Now I'm using Google Chrome, so I've got inspect element here. I believe Chrome and Safari have this. If you're using Firefox, you'll need to open up Firebug. But what we want to look in here is we want to look at the wrapper. So you can see here that we added a div class called SuperTime around our date. So now we can style this with some custom CSS if we wanted to. Alright, so let's go back to the layout editor and let's do some more work. Now the next thing that we want to do is we want to add a post thumbnail. And I'm going to move these down a little bit here, and I'm going to go here to the post thumbnail settings, and we're going to show you what we can do. So we can add another div wrapper around the post thumbnail, and we can use a different size. Now these sizes are the WordPress sizes, so if you've got like thumbnail, it's going to show what the thumbnail size is, the medium or the large. So we'll just use thumbnail for now, that's fine. And I'm going to create a custom class name just so that I can show you that the div is actually, we'll skip this, but just note that you can add a custom class name here as well. So we're going to save our settings, and then save our settings one more time for the whole layout. Now the next thing that we want to do is I want to go over here to posts, and this is where I actually need to go in and edit. So what do I need to edit? Well, I want to edit our featured image because this is our post thumbnail. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to pick out an image and use this as our post thumbnail. Go ahead and update this, and while that's updating, I'm just going to refresh our site, and you can see we've got our post thumbnail, we've got our date, we've got our title, we've got our content, and our edit link, and we're not showing any tags, so it's not going to show those. So if I go and do one more really quick, go ahead and set the featured image for this one, and we'll use this. Alright, so let me scroll up and click update again. And now when I reload, you'll see I've got the content here for this. So what does this look like as far as HTML goes? I'm just going to right click on the image, click inspect element here, and I want to show you it's got, so here is the div for the image. So now we could add our custom class, do some CSS work, and get this really to shine. And then we've got, if we scroll up a little bit more so you can see it, so here's that. We've got this entry utility class, so we could use this for something to style. If we open this up though, we've got the div class called SuperTime. So you can see there's that. We've got the meta, which happens to be our post title. And then if we scroll down a little bit more, we've got the content. And if I scroll up here more, to where we can see the footer of our content, we can see here, and we open that up, we've got this little edit button or edit link right there. So you can see that the HTML is outputting right, and we can now really set this up to add a lot of different types of content and move it around. if I want to move things around really easily in here, say move the title up and the date time down, or maybe move the title and the post thumbnail to the same kind of line. We can do that by just saving there. Reload our front page here, and you can see that it's showing up that way. Now obviously we need to do some CSS to this, so let's open up the visual editor and go to design, and actually before we do that, let's give our post thumbnail a class so we can target it, and we're going to call this home photo. That way we kind of know it. And I'm just going to reload our visual editor so that it knows that that's there. And now I'm going to launch our live CSS editor, move this around a little bit, and I'm going to say .home photo. We're going to float to the right, and you can see that that floated over to the right. If we wanted to, say, float that over to the left, we could do it that way. Alright, so you can see that you can now start to target those types of things. And then we can save it. And when we view our site, it comes over there. You could also do other things like add a border. We'll just do a green color, and then we'll do actually I want to do padding so that we can see kind of a difference there. And then if we want, could do background. Oh, that's too light. We'll do gray or yellow. And then we could also change our border to be red or something so that you can see. So here you can see we can now target just that div class to be able to add some more functionality or design to it. Go ahead and save it, and there you can see that now. Now the last thing is that if you want to know why this is looking like this, well, if we inspect kind of this area, let me move this down a little bit, you can see that everything here is in the header. So if we go back to our layout editor, we could move it up a line and kind of save settings and then reload, and now it looks a little bit better. And what's happening is basically each one of these rows are a different div, so to speak. So one thing that you might want to do is move these all up together. You can use like a start wrapper here. So you could put a wrapper around all those and then do some coding, or you could actually put a different wrapper around your post thumbnail, and then kind of style it that way so that if you wanted this to be off on the side and have your content show up differently, you could do that. I'm not going to get into too much of the CSS and actually getting that all to work, but if you have further questions on LoopBuddy, I encourage you to go check out pluginbuddy.com. They've got some more tutorials and screencasts about using the layout editor and like some of what the options are and kind of how to do that type of thing using everything that you've just seen. So thanks for watching, and check out our other videos as we go kind of in depth into specific use cases for LoopBuddy in the future. Thanks.